Welcome, everyone, to Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive to keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 12 seed in this playoff, the Liberty Flames, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? Team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. So Liberty's offense comes on the field first today. Of course, the home of the Cotton Bowl in modern times has become AT&T Stadium, a massive yet somehow intimate setting. This, of course, is where the first championship game of the playoff era was played.
Well, who could forget that? When Ohio State took care of Oregon to win the national championship for Urban Meyer. And this game, like you said, I think it just seems to get bigger and bigger in this setting. The pressure these players feel. Let's see who can handle that the best today.
Grab behind the line. It's Smith. And he's tackled after the catch.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice game.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. And he will be stuffed for no gain. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down. The Flames will send their punt team onto the field. Looking to flip the field here. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. The SMU Mustangs offense out there for their first possession. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
Looking to throw it on first down. Grab down the middle. It's Daniels. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball to 44.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
The pass is intercepted. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will give the offense the football at the 46.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
Liberty's offense retakes the field now. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Off the play fake on first down. Throws it to the right. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
Handoff here from the shotgun. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right here.
They're going to run it. Mack gets the carry. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. gain sets up a third down play. It's a quarterback keeper. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Man, I love this option call, but the quarterback, I think he's just trying to make a play that wasn't there. Sometimes on this option play, you just got to eat it. It's just not there. The execution's not there. The defense plays it well. You got to tip your cap. Here, he tries to make a play that's not there, and the result is a loss of yardage. Oh, my gosh, he had it right on target. Unfortunately, he didn't quite have the distance. That hit right in the middle of that crossbar, and they miss out on 3 points.
Here comes the Liberty offense back out on the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. An interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. Doesn't get rid of the ball. Trapped for a huge loss. Goodness, that is usually a drive killer. Second down now after the sack. It's a draw play. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
The draw is a good way to keep the defensive line in check and use their aggressiveness against them. It can be real effective, even in passing situations, if you mix it in correctly.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Man, the quarterback got nailed there, Chris. We'll have to take another look. He gets the ball out, but he took a big hit. This offensive line has got to do a better job of taking care of their superstar if they want to have a chance to win this game.
And the coverage team able to bring him down. Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. The last drive was a little demoralizing. They stalled and then missed a field goal. Scanning the field, it's Jennings. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new first down.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Mustangs.
What a combination. This quarterback and this receiver. What I love here is the quarterback does a good job of not waiting too long. You're going to run out of room if you do. Got the ball out early enough, gave the receiver a chance to not only make the catch, but to get his feet down for that touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Flames offense back out on the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together. Off the play fake, looking to throw. On the move, looking deep, and this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Handing off on the draw play. That one takes it across the 30-yard line.
Boy, draws and screens are a great way to counter an effective pass rush. Allow those defensive ends to get upfield and then hand it off at the last second.
Looking to throw. It's Salter. Looks to his left and makes the completion. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a 1st down.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on 3rd down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive, now they have a chance to put points on the board.
5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. They'll feed the back again. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big 3rd down now for this offense. They're down early in the game with all the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive, so they need to convert right here.
The offense now looking at a 3rd and short in their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. From the shotgun, drops back. Looks like he's going to run it. Tackle is made, but that's good for a 1st down to the 47.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the 1st down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the 1st and keep this drive moving.
They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. Tackle is finally made, but an explosive gain. They'll move it down to the 23-yard line. And the Flames starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Try to catch the defense with the draw. Powers through. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. It's an option look. He'll pitch it. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
And Kirk, it's SMU with the lead here. We've reached the end of 1 in this quest to move 1 step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. We expect the teams to have worked through some of the nerves of this playoff game as we begin the 2nd quarter. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. Scanning the field. It's Salter. Just gives up on the play, throws it away, and now it's 4th down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
And out comes the field goal unit. No problem. Knocks it right through.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the SMU offense is back out on the field now. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just with 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
So the offense faces a 3rd and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. It got him at the 48, but that's a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Just love watching his back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. They bring him down to the 25 and move closer and closer to the red zone. And the Mustangs pick up enough yardage for a first down. Dropping back, it's Jennings. He's going to take off. The sophomore calls his own number and keeps this drive moving.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
Here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. It's a shotgun run call. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
On the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And he's sacked. He'll be brought down right at the 5-yard line. The coach chooses to go for a field goal attempt here. They'll set up for the chip shot on the left hash mark. Knocks that one right down the middle.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Liberty's offense retakes the field now. He settled for 3 last time. Let's see what they can come up with this drive. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He finds the running back in the flat. They hit him behind the line, and out comes the football. And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. Dropping back, it's Salter. Here's the throw deep downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Rips off a big gain all the way to the plus 43-yard line.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Handoff running right. He stopped just short of that 1st down marker, inches away from it.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Now it's 2nd down here. They'll run the option. And they finally get him down, but the quarterback keeper there picks up a big chunk and a 1st down. The Flames come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Here comes a handoff. They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now. 1st down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Looking to pass this time. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Flames. And now they'll set up for the point after. And he knocks it right through. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. Looking to make a play deep downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. They tackle him all the way down at the 15-yard line. This offense is knocking on the door now.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
The Mustangs trying to cash in here in the red zone. Here comes a throw from the red zone. The pocket breaking down. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense. And this defense, reeling after giving up that big play, responds immediately with a sack.
Yeah, on the previous play, the offensive line did...
It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. Going the other way, can they stop him? That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. 2nd down after that short completion. To the air, it's Salter. Tight end makes the grab. He's brought down, but the gain moves the ball to the 39. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. Offense moving closer to the line to gain after that catch. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Can't find anybody on third down, throws it away, and now fourth down coming up.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
Right down the middle.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50 plus.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for three, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. These games, they never disappoint, regardless the score. And this one was filled with excitement and big plays throughout that first half. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius.
The Flames will kick this away to begin the second half. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the SMU offense is back on the field now. And they get the second half started with their running play. They'll tackle him at the 27.
Well, throughout this game, they've shown a number of their base run plays in the first half, so it's good to mix in the counter here in the second half, just in case the defense is starting to over-pursue. Keep an eye on if they pull that play again maybe later in this game.
Important second down play coming up. To throw, it's Jennings. Lofting it toward the left sideline. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's third down.
The offense doesn't come up with the completion here, Chris, but I think it gives you an indication of what they think they can do here in the second half of this playoff game.
Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what. They have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quick throw to his receiver. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Chris, that ball gets tipped and goes straight up into the air. That's anybody's ball. The defense does a really good job down in this area, expecting the pass. The ball's in the air. Ball gets tipped. Keep in mind, the offense or the defense can get underneath.
He's picked for a third time tonight. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
Here comes the Liberty offense back out on the field. They were fortunate to get points on the last possession because of a long-range field goal. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
No, let's face it. They dug themselves a hole in the first half, but I'll tell you what. They're coming out with a new look and a new energy here to start the second half.
This offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. Looking downfield, it's Salter. Looking to set up a screen pass here.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
That completion sets up a third down play. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Receiver makes the grab. Stop right near midfield. It'll be a first down.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on third down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
They'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go. Second down play coming up for this offense. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Oh, and a chance there for a game-changing interception. Couldn't quite come up with it. Sets up third down now. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's fourth down. The Flames will line up to boot it away. And the kick angles out of bounds, so no return possible here. Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. Set it down for the offense. First down. It's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
They tackle him right at the 35-yard line. Third down play for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Breaks loose at the 45. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
Grab down the middle. It's Smith. They bring him down. It's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
The game picks up the first down, tackled at the 37.
Well, when you play zone defense on third down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
It's incomplete. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. Looking to throw yet again. Running back grabs it on a screen. An impressive spin there. They finally get him down, but a solid gain in that screen pass. Good call there.
Well, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards and a first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
Brought down at the 3 after an excellent running play.
Man, is this guy difficult to deal with or what? When your quarterback can just say, I am pulling this down and I am taking...
Touchdown, SMU. That puts them on top in the second half.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
The extra point makes it a 4-point game. Now they get set to kick it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Here comes the Flames offense back out on the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? Play action here on first down. Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? We'll try to run it with the option. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. So it's 3rd and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Dropping back. It's Salter. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. You make the tackle, but he gains enough to make the first down in what should be the last play of the third quarter. And Kirk, it's SMU with the lead here, sitting in a pretty good spot as we wrap up the third quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game sets where we have a chance. All right, here comes the fourth quarter. Everything to play for here. Who is going to stay alive, survive, and advance in the college football playoff? Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. Tackle is made. It's a short gain, well short of the marker.
Interesting call here, Chris, with this screen pass in the fourth quarter late in the game. I think they're expecting the defense to get upfield on the pass rush. But give the defense all the credit. Recognizing it, almost really anticipating that this screen was coming, and then rallying to the ball.
And the Flames pick up enough for a first down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Quick completion with the tight end. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. On this drive, they converted twice on third down. They need 6 yards here. Looking to throw. It's Salter. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield. The Flames will bring their punt team on the field now.
Obviously, you're going to throw the football on third down. Man, they complete that pass and lose yardage to set up this big fourth down.
Coverage team brings down the returner. And the SMU offense is back out on the field now. They really had the defense off balance in the last possession, mixing the run and pass extremely well.
Hey, Chris, with the offense backed up this deep in their own territory, runs like this at least give you a little bit of breathing room. You've got to continue to protect the football, especially trying to hold on to this lead.
Quarterback keeps the football. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line.
I love the toughness of this quarterback to be able to pick up some good yards like this, to move the chains, keep this drive alive. His team will feed off of his energy when he makes plays like this.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it down the left sideline for a huge gain. Touchdown, Ponies. This offense really clicking.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches the football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point is up and good, so the lead now is 11 here in the final quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now. So no return here. He takes in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Liberty's offense retakes the field now. Remember the last possession, it was a long march, but it stalled. They came up empty. Can they find the end zone this time? And it's incomplete, just out of reach. Too much on that throw. They'll run this play from the pistol formation. Back to throw. It's Salter. Short connection to the tight end here. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. High completion sets up an important third down play.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, and he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
And the Flames have 1st and 10 here. And he'll set up to throw. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. 2nd down after that previous play. Now we run a draw play. But only a 1-yard gain, so it's 3rd and 9 coming up. The Flames come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Receiver makes the catch. Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks. The drive stays alive with that 1st down completion. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. He's running out of time here. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Finds his target. He shreds the tackle. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36. Offense in hurry-up mode.
Hey, it's a nice gain here, and they get the 1st down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
That's incomplete. Even on a 1st down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Caught over the middle. It's Gray.
Well, playing with the lead, good job by this defense to keep the receiver in bounds. Try to keep that clock moving, trying to secure a victory.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. The ball is picked off. Can he take it all the way? And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Crucial third down play right here. He hands it to the back. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And the Mustangs will line up to punt it away. Oh, it landed at the 8-yard line, but a lucky bounce into the end zone for a touchback. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Bringing pressure. And he cannot escape the defense with a sack. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. Second down. Back to pass. It's Salter. Running out of time in the pocket. Just gets the pass away, but took a shot that time. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Finds a man open on the right side downfield. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. And the stop is made, but not before a huge gain moves the ball to the 32. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. Looking to throw again. Defense is coming after him. And it's incomplete. Even in a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Here's the second down play. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Wow, a third pick tonight by the QB. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. They'll run it here. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Picks up about 3 yards there, but it's going to be fourth down. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job